I'm Todd Grisham, and what a stunning venue. It is the one and only Grand Theater. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. There can only be one, Lomachenko. He's 5'6" tall, weighing in at an even 130 pounds. That's a lightweight limit. And he's got a reach of 65 inches. And he'll be facing Teófimo López. He's 173 centimeters tall with a reach of 174 centimeters.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
There can only be one, Lomachenko, Ukraine's finest. He's a former world champion in multiple weight classes. There's never a dull moment with this guy. Here comes Teófimo López. Huge wins already in his young career. He's beaten Vasilii Lomachenko and Josh Taylor and is a two-division world champion.
Oh, pure bad blood.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, presenting the two-time Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, a tremendous three-division champion of the world, Vasilii Lomachenko. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Brooklyn, New York, in the United States, an electrifying two-division champion of the world, known as the Takeover, Teófimo López.
We welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but the fans will only need the edge.
Right. Unique? Nah, that's an understatement. Something very, very, very special. This is what you're going to see.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. High hopes for this battle between these two athletes. Oh, and he caught him with an uppercut. Picture-perfect left hand. Welcome inside this unique environment, a beautiful theater, ready for a fist fight.
For a fighter walking into a theater, I think this is the closest thing to fighting in a gym, because the people are up close. You can hear people talking ringside. You can hear people jeering, saying how good you are, saying how bad you are. You can hear the pressure, the expectation.
Nice counter. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice defense on that hook. These two were made for each other. A perfect counter shot. The straight right just misses. This is a high-octane battle. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
I need you to... Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Just this... Come on. You've led him back into this. You're better than this.
And there's the bell for round two. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's gonna pop you off.
Well done with that counter shot. This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nope, that uppercut does not score. How about that time counter shot? Uh-oh, Lomachenko just got rocked. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now,
this round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Talk about...
Just get your breath back.
And there's the bell to start round 3. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
They miss with the jab. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Good counter punching. Caution is being thrown to the wind. He misses with that straight left. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Loma in that last. On to the fourth we go. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. They exchange punches. Nobody home with that hook. Missing with the left uppercut. Perfect counter lands. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The stamina is off the charts. Beautiful counter punch. Shoot. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage.
Don't be looking at the one shot.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Misses with the straight left. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That jab misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Good counter punch. Nice counter shot. Counter shot lands. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. They've got the momentum.
Man, you were thinking you were smart.
On to the 6th round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Punch, counter punch. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. And he scores with the counter. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Has to be careful careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Both men step back for just a moment. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Here we go. It's round 7. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
There's a counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. After what we saw in that last round. Round 8, and we're off again. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. His stamina is off the charts. Can't land the jab there. Nice counter punch. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That uppercut doesn't land. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Lomachenko on the canvas. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
I need to see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Loma. And we enter the ninth. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Down goes Teófimo. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, four. Can you continue?
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Down goes López. Let's watch that again and replay from a different angle.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.